Hello and welcome to a new edition of Games and Names. Our sport for this episode is Kung Fu. You know what? Kung Fu has so many different events, and the traditional and the modern styles. And Egypt also has many champions, be it girls or boys, in that sport. It's not yet an Olympic sport, but it does conduct world championships. So a very important sport that's gaining a bigger base here in Egypt. That's Kung Fu or Wushu. So let's get to know more about the sport via its ambassadors.
In general, Kung Fu, Pinyin, refers to the Chinese martial arts, also called Wushu and Quanfa. In China, it refers to any study, learning, or practice that requires patience, energy, and time to complete. In its original meaning, Kung Fu can refer to any discipline or skill achieved through hard work and practice, not necessarily martial arts. The Chinese literal equivalent of Chinese martial arts would be Zhonggu Wushu. There are many forms of Kung Fu, namely Shaolin Kung Fu, Wing Chun, Tai Chi, etc. And they are practiced all over the world. Each form of Kung Fu has its own principles and techniques, but is best known for its trickery and quickness, which is where the word Kung Fu is derived. It is only in the late 20th century that this term was used in relation to Chinese martial arts by the Chinese community itself. The Oxford English Dictionary defines the term Kung Fu as a primarily unarmed Chinese martial art resembling karate. This illustrates how the meaning of this term has been changed in English. The origin of this change can be attributed to the misunderstanding or mistranslation of the term through movie subtitles or dubbing. References to the concepts and use of Chinese martial arts can be found in popular culture. Historically, the influence of Chinese martial arts can be found in books and in the performance arts specific to Asia. Recently, those influences have extended to the movies and television that targets a much wider audience. As a result, Chinese martial arts have spread beyond its ethnic roots and have a global appeal. Martial arts play a prominent role in the literature genre known as wuxia. This type of fiction is based on Chinese concepts of chivalry, a separate martial arts society, and a central theme involving martial arts. Wuxia stories have been traced as far back as the 2nd and 3rd century BCE, becoming popular by the Tang dynasty and evolving into novel form by the Ming dynasty. This genre is still extremely popular in much of Asia and provides a major influence for the public perception of the martial arts.
Noor, when did you start playing Kung Fu and why did you choose Kung Fu?
Okay, I started playing Kung Fu when I was 6 years old. I found it a very nice sport. It was because they play it with swords and freehand, and it would give us positive energy and give us very
Self-confidence as well. So Noor, what other sports did you play when you were young and what other sports are you playing now if you are?
Okay, when I was 4 years, I began to play swimming, and I'm still playing. Then I
Do you have any achievements in swimming? Like in any competitions or anything?
yeah, I got the 16 and the 17s, not got medals, but not got A places.
Right, rankings.
Yeah.
Right. And what other sports? You were going to say other sports.
When I was young, at 3 years, I think, I was playing gymnastic. Then I left it when I was 6.
How often do you train? How often do you practice? Like how many days a week? How many hours a day?
I practice 3 days in the week. When there was a championship or something like that, I train every day. Sometimes it can be 2 times a day.
Right. Noor, are you finding it difficult or easy to combine between school and sports?
It's not very easy. You have to make a balance between them. That you have to study hard and you have in the same way you have to make what you want to do and you hope and you wish and make your heart to
Yeah, succeed.
Yeah.
Right. Noor, you are 14, right? So tell me about your national achievements, your achievement across Egypt before the international ones.
I got the gold and the medals in the Cairo Governorate and the Gumhuriyah.
Yes, and at the national level.
Yeah,
Right.
national.
In Taiji as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And internationally, what other medals did you get other than the silver at the World Championships in China?
I got at first at the African Championship, first and second place, and
Where was it held?
Morocco. And the second one was the third place at China, Emishan, in 2017. And this year I got the third place in Taiji in Emishan, China.
And we now have with us possibly two of the youngest champions in Egypt. They happen to be brothers and sisters, by the way, and they play Kung Fu, specifically Taiji style, and they are Marley and Mario Megid. Marley, why did you choose Kung Fu and Taiji specifically, and how old are you?
I'm 10 years old and I chose to play Kung Fu because to maintain my flexibility and fitness
Beautiful.
and
Beautiful.
and
What about you, Mario? How old are you?
I'm 8 years old.
And why do you like this sport? Is it just because your sister plays and gets medals, or is it because you find yourself special in the sport? Why?
No, because I found myself special.
Beautiful. So Mario, what I know that you got medals, but I don't know what medal was it. And in Egypt, I mean, across the national level. So you were like number what in Egypt at your age, the age of 8?
Silver.
Silver. So you are number 2 in Egypt for 8-year-olds, right?
Mm.
Beautiful. So what does your sport need? Does it need like concentration? Does it need power? Does it need, what does it?
It
Yeah.
needs concentration.
Concentration and confidence, I'm sure. And Marley, I also know that you have medals, but I don't know which medal did you get at the age of 10?
Golden.
Gold. Wow, wonderful. So you are number 1 in Egypt.
I think so.
Okay, yeah, gold means number 1. So that's in the Tai Chi style. Why did you choose Tai Chi style specifically?
When the captain saw me at prep, preparatory school of Tai Chi, he chose me to be with him in the team.
Obviously, you made the right choice, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so do you play other sports, Marley?
I swimming and ballet
Mm-hmm. That's
and
enough.
gymnastics,
Oh,
but
that's a lot.
I played, but I
Right.
stopped.
So Kung Fu, so you play swimming and Tai Chi, Kung Fu. Okay. Are you a good swimmer?
Yes.
Okay. And do you get good grades at school, Mario?
Yes.
A's and B's and stuff like that?
I get A's and
Only
A's
A's?
plus.
Beautiful, wonderful, Mario.
Always waiting for the night. Never lost 'cause we can go where the light shines brighter. We're always waiting for the night. So come with me, and we can go where the light shines brighter. Always waiting for the night. Never lost 'cause we can go where the light shines brighter. We're always waiting for the night. So come with me, and we can go where the light shines brighter. Come with me.
And we now have with us a world champion in her sport. That's in Kung Fu, in the traditional style to be exact. She is 12-year-old Malak Muntasir, who got the gold medal at the China World Championships in June of this year. Hello, Malak, congratulations. Thank you for joining Nile TV International. Talk to us about your gold medal before anything else.
Actually, I train every day, and I train 4 hours from 7 to 11 p.m. and
Every day, like what, 7 days a week or 6 days a week, maybe?
yeah, 6.
Yeah.
The only day I got to rest in is Saturday,
Okay.
and I train very hard to got this medal, and I'm very proud of myself.
Sure, we are proud of you as well, Malak. So, Malak, at which age did you start playing Kung Fu and why?
I started when I was 6 years old, and I still playing right now. And when I was 4 years old, I playing gymnastics, and I didn't continue in it.
Okay, so why did you continue with Kung Fu? Why did you go into it in the very first place? I'm sure you must have been told like this is a boys' sport, it's not a girls' sport and stuff like that.
No, it's actually a very amazing sport, and it's got power, self-confident. It is actually very great sport.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. But why did you choose it? I mean, what was the trigger?
It is actually very trainful and got you very powerful moves, and it's very comfortable.
And since you entered the sport, you stayed in the sport since then. Do you play any other sports now?
When I was young, I played swimming and gymnastics, but I
Okay.
played swimming and I got the 3 stars in it.
Okay, good. So, Malak, tell me about the other medal. I know you have a gold medal and a silver medal at the World Championships. Talk to me about both of them, please.
I got 3 medals:
Mhm.
gold, silver, and bronze.
Wonderful.
Silver at the group event. We do a group event and we took a board, written in it second, and I got bronze. This is at the wooden stick. I got bronze in it, and the gold at the Bajikwan.
So, Malak, tell the viewers and tell me, please, about the Baji Kwan. Describe it to us.
It's a very powerful baji, and it's suitable and
Stable?
Stable, yes, and it's very like defense yourself, and it's not fighting each other. It's just like a move, a big move that you do it.
You defend and attack,
Yes,
right? At
yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
Right. Malak, we know that Kung Fu is not an Olympic sport now. Do you want it to be an Olympic sport?
Yeah, I hope it's to be an Olympic sport, and I hope I would be in one of them and got a medal in it.
Yeah, you're very young. I mean, 12. So you still have like what? Maybe 20 years of chances if it gets into the Olympics. So you intend to stay where you are successful, right? I mean,
Yes.
nothing will take you away from Kung Fu now.
Yes, I want to still in it, and I will not stopping training.
All right.
I
Good.
will continue in it.
Good. And tell me about your dreams for the future, not only for the sport but for yourself. What do you want to study? What do you want to do?
I want to continue on the Kung Fu and not stop until I got old, and I love Kung Fu very much, so I don't want to stop in it.
So you want like 10 more of these or 100 more of these and stuff like that?
A lot of
Okay.
these.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
And we now have with us a medalist for Egypt in the sport of Kung Fu and in the Southern style. To be more specific, she is 15-year-old Rotan Hazem. Thank you very much, Rotan, for joining Nile TV International and Games and Names. And Rotan, we will walk through your international achievements and local achievements as well. But first of all, why did you and when did you go into Kung Fu?
Since I was 6 years old, and love it because it has special movements and jumps, and also the weapons are like the way they move it and something like that. So I like it.
Beautiful. So since 6 years of age till today, like for 9 years, you have not left Kung Fu.
Yes.
Okay. How often do you practice?
5 days per week.
Since you were 6?
No, the last 2 years.
Okay. The medal years. Okay. So Rotan, what other sports did you play when you were younger?
I played gymnastics when I was 5 years old.
Okay. Did you think gymnastics helped you?
Yes.
Yes,
No,
sure.
very thankful.
Sure. Rotan, in the last African Club Championship, you got a number of medals. So talk to us about these medals.
I took 2 silver medals, and playing with sword and a stick. They both are Southern style.
Right. What about at the national level? I'm sure you have a bigger number of medals. Talk to us about them.
In the Cairo, I got the gold medals in the last 3 years, and all the things I play, I got the gold.
In all the things? Like
Yeah.
stick, sword, and
Yes.
bare hand?
Yes.
So you're dominant in Cairo. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
And
Very
in Egypt, the last year I got the gold medal in the stick among Egypt, and the pair hand I got the silver medal.
If I were you, Cairo would be my favorite because I win sword, stick, and bare hand
Yes.
for 3 years.
Yeah.
Very good. So, Rotan, not everybody knows about the Southern style in Kung Fu. Talk to us about the style that you master.
Okay, it depends on being powerful, and like it's staple on the floor. We have few jumps, not too much, and a little bit of speed. Like,
Okay. So, Rotan, certainly talent is important in your sport. Practice is important. And being mentally strong, mentally tough is important. In your view, what is more important of the three? I'm sure the three of them are very important. But what's the thing that makes the difference between gold, silver, bronze, and so on?
I think practicing is the most thing that affected. Like when you practice too much, that give you you can play better. And this-
And you know, father and son works many times in the field of sports. We now have with us 2 Kung Fu champions, father and son. The father is Captain Al-Gohari Sayed, and he is a man that coached the Egyptian national team for 9 years. He was also for 9 years a player with the Egyptian national team, and he's now a special coach for many of the athletes that get medals at the World Championships. And he's the father of Noor, who is the Egyptian champion at the Southern style in the stick and sword competitions of Kung Fu. Coach Al-Gohari, Noor, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining Games and Names. Of course, I have to start with your father, Noor. So, Coach Al-Gohari, Kung Fu in Egypt, are we building a bigger base now? Do you have bigger number of players now compared to the years when you were playing?
Actually, yes, we're building a so great basement now with the Wushu because we started so small number with Kung Fu since, let's say, exactly 29 years old ago. Now it's we have large number for all ages, starting from teenagers till seniors in Wushu. We have so many categories. We have competition categories, we have traditional categories, we also have Sanda categories. We have so many exhibitions. I think during our interview we have a chance to explain it for the audience.
Please. Noor, since when did you play Kung Fu?
When I was 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
That's late compared to, I mean, seeing your father being a player, being a coach, that's late. So you played other sports surely before that?
want to send my father because he success in this play, and I want to get in many medals in Champions World and the next.
You already did. You already did. So you're the champion of Egypt and the Southern style in the stick and sword competition, correct?
Yes.
No. Do you play other sports now?
No.
Okay. Did you play other sports before Kung Fu?
Yes. I play football and
Like
jumping
all Egyptians, yeah.
and swimming and gymnastic.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
Wonderful. Coach Al Gohari, so the different styles, talk to us about the different styles. I'm sure not even those who are into sports are not familiar with each and every style. So talk to us of the styles of Kung Fu. It's a world by itself, Kung Fu.
You are absolutely right. There is a world of Kung Fu. Let's start from the expression. The Kung Fu is the national and global expression about our sport. But the official expression, it calls Wushu. Wushu is the official name of our sport. It means art of war. Wushu, or art of fight. So the Kung Fu is the most famous name for our sport, but the official name is Wushu. Wushu is two categories. One is for show, and other for interaction fight. For fight. This is the fight called Sanda, and the show calls Taolu. The Taolu is a very large number of styles. We have modern styles. We have 13 or 14 modern styles, and in the traditional styles, we have more than 1,000 styles in the traditional styles.
Really?
Yes. So
The most famous of the traditional style.
most famous of the traditional styles, let's say snake and dragon and tiger, which we can see it in the Kung Fu Panda. There is special weapons like the Dao, is very large sword. There is a stick. There is 9-section chain. There is Nunchaku, 3-section Nunchaku. These most famous styles, but there is more styles like Baji Kwan, Fanzi Kwan, like Chini, Bagua, so many styles.
Well, that is all for this edition of Games and Names. We do thank you for watching us. Please do join us again, same time next week. Until then, have all the best. Goodbye.